Hi there, welcome to the latest breaking news in the Kenny Veach mystery. A ghost from the past has shown up once again, known as Really Robin. Whether it's the true Robin or some impersonator, they've recently left a cryptic message on my channel. More so, with importance, on Jay Chuck's channel, a fellow investigator and searcher. There was an interesting conversation thread there in which Robin supposedly has more up-to-date footage of Kenny Veach, proof that he's alive. I'm going to show you the conversations today, and you can let me know your opinion down below in the comment section under this video. But first of all, I'd like to show you the cryptic comment first. And take in consideration, for those not fully aware of this Really Robin account, it's an individual that claims to be the original Really Robin, at least, with a new channel set up, claiming to be responsible for mysteries such as the crystal skull found in the mineshaft by Jeff Clark, the same mineshaft where Kenny Veach's scent was last found at the time in 2014, and where his phone was dumped. Robin claiming to be responsible for, in 2017 or 2016, just before Jeff Clark went back there, putting the crystal skull into the mineshaft and knowing tunnel ways and entrances to the M cave, or possibly military underground bases. It seems a bit of a reach, I understand, but we do need to take a look at this bit by bit, because if we brush it aside, who knows what we might miss out. Without further ado, let's begin. So this comment by Really Robin was posted 2 weeks ago, and things have transpired since. It was actually on a video of mine to do with a strange finding within one of the hike routes. Robin responded with, "The clock is ticking, less than 1 month away." What does that really mean, less than 1 month away? And what will happen when the time comes? So what Robin is referring to is the 10th anniversary of Kenny Veach's disappearance. It was originally November, the month, the 10th day when Kenny Veach set out on his final hike but never returned back. That occurred in 2014. Right now, we are very close to November 10th, so it makes you wonder what will happen, whether it be Robin and something he's got to post with what he's been talking about recently, which I'll show you in just a second, if that will be released on the day. But as for the timing of it all, why does there need to be a delay? Is there a process to it all and you just have to wait patiently? Because we've seen how things have gone in the past with this Robin account, where last November there was a video scheduled, and it was only a short clip. It was arguably a waste of time, and that's not to downplay things, that's just being honest. Some people like to drag stuff out. I think if you do have some important evidence or material and there's no legal issues or restrictions, then it should be posted, it should be shared. That's at least what I would do, in my opinion. But nevertheless, it doesn't just have to be Robin. It could be anyone else that appears through the cracks, returns from the past, a new individual, new breaking news, news coverage, articles. I'm sure there will be coverage. I'm sure that there will be activity, and this case will heat up when that 10th anniversary comes about. Because whether it be true crime or missing person mysteries, anniversaries is where the most coverage comes out of, whether it be relaying stuff from the past or new updates. So always be on the lookout, because you never know what might come around the corner. But whilst that's still ahead of time, right now, let's take a look at that conversation which occurred on Jay Chuck's channel. This occurred much more recently compared to the comment that Robin posted on my channel, in case you were wondering. But what I do want to highlight is, if anyone was interested in looking this comment thread up or responding on Jay Chuck's channel, it's not possible to do so, because when trying to find the link to the video, this is what you will see. The video is private. Jay Chuck has privatized his video, which basically locks the comment section as well. That is unfortunate, but maybe J Chuck did that because he felt this was sensitive information or so. I'm not too sure if J Chuck is communicating with Robin in the background, but credit to Jeff Clark at the time of getting the screenshot of the thread before it became private. So let's begin reading. Robin starts the conversation. What if I told you I own a footage of Kenny Veach from just 2 years ago in a different country and the red tapes are referring to that? Now, what does that mean, the red tapes? I'll explain that shortly. J Chuck responds, if he chose to leave the country for an exotic place, that would be more like my ideal pioneer and not leading a boring life. I think Susan Veach, the sister-in-law, would be fascinated by that idea. Watch out if he is out there. He still has all his rights, citizen rights spiel. I just don't want him seen remarried living a mundane life in the burbs of Seattle or something. He's a pioneer man. Stay wild too, Kenny. I can respect that. New life, staying the pioneer. You're confident that there are no recovery case whatsoever, no bias for searching. I would say, Kenny, my man, that's how you ride chairs. And Robin responds, I got the footage from someone related to him, a family member. Now, who could that family member be? Sister, brother, Raymond Veach, Debbie Veach. It does make you think. But to revert back to the top, owning a piece of footage from 2 years ago. I mean, if it really is true, for J Chuck to be quite content with it is interesting, because reality is, if Kenny Veach has staged his disappearance, he's led many people on online, and there'll be a range of people out there interested in this case, and those that may have shared emotions and have felt worried or concerned for Kenny. If Kenny was quite okay and well but never gave anyone an update, people may feel betrayed in some way or disrespected. You can see the backlash that could come with it. You know how online can be at times. The waves. Kenny Veach is a fairly well-known person by now, and big channels have covered the case. The awareness has been spread about. Thus meaning it would be harder for Kenny Veach nowadays to come out public and say that he's alive compared to in the past, because there would be more backlash. Now, if you was interested in what Really Robin's channel looks like, this is what appears on screen. At least the original Really Robin had more of an established channel compared to this. The original channel, I believe, was deleted, taken down, because you can no longer search for it anymore. Why do you throw all that away for a brand new channel? It makes you think. But I do have past videos back there documenting everything in case you're interested. It will be available in the Kenny Veach playlist. But there's some videos here. What's next for Kenny Veach 1 year ago? Quick reminder, the anniversary, 11 months ago. So I guess that's dating back to the last November. But you can see the clips are very short, dropping breadcrumbs along the way. It's not exactly helpful, is it? If the videos were longer in length, quality and depth, they just didn't come out that often, then it would be worth the wait. But I wouldn't say you should get your hopes up too high. There is a bit of a description there saying, I provided you the resolution of Kenny Veach's fate on a silver platter and his whereabouts on my videos. It's right before you and my videos. So, revealing hints along the way. As for the red tapes, this is what you can see here from 2 years ago. So this person has been consistent in keeping things up. They seem to have like a thumbnail of a red cassette tape. 2022, the 2nd or the 25th, Kenneth Lee Veach, which appears maybe a UFO symbol or some kind of music symbol on the side. Now, at the time of when this was being played, it appeared to be an interview, I think, with Really Robin and a Veach family member. But as for the voices, they didn't seem quite right. They sounded a bit off. Now, what would have triggered these red tapes. As weird as it may seem, it actually links back to Kenny Veach's hike video from his channel Snakebit McGee, when back in 2014 of October, such as the month right now I'm making this video, when Kenny was out there on his hike trying to prove to people the M Cave and the location of it. Although unsuccessful, on the way back from Kenny's hike route loop, when going down Picture Canyon, he mentioned there was a rock cairn, a stack of rocks. A fellow hiker was there before him, which is a bit unsettling when it's such a desolate area and hardly anyone ever goes there. So what were other people doing before Kenny? Were they on the same track, pathway as him? Directions, goals, looking for the cave? Or something else? Did whoever who was there beforehand get to the cave, cover it up? Who knows? But that's not the main mystery. The creepy thing was, when passing by that rock cairn, there was a faint ghostly voice or whisper saying, "Follow the red tape." Let me play you a quick clip right now.
But I did see a rock cairn, so somebody has been down here. Another adventurer like myself.
It may be hard to hear and pick up, but after playing it back a few times, you probably will hear it, or if you turn the volume up. It kind of indicates that Kenny Veach wasn't the only one out there, which is quite unsettling. As for future hikers and present day ones, some of those like SB Vegas Adventures or possibly J-Chuck's have heard noises, sounds, J-Chuck hearing whispers. So Kenny isn't the only one. Does that mean that the location is haunted by what exactly? Ancient stuff? Other missing people? Who knows? Could that be responsible for Kenny's disappearance? It's worth taking into consideration. But in terms of the red tape reference, I guess that can mean things being covered up, whether that's a symbolism to the M Cave and that's why Kenny couldn't find it at the time, or cover-ups as a form of corruption elsewhere. Now, as for this, Robin account must have took it as inspiration by calling it red tapes, as in the cassette tapes with audio recordings, as you saw the screenshots of. And I believe you can check those videos out on Robin's channel in case you're interested, and you can let me know what you think about it. At the end of the day, I just wanted to give you a heads up in regards to what someone claims to have important video proof and evidence. If it really did exist, how would it show Kenny Veach, his state, what he looks like, any different drastic, identity change, all those questions. Will we ever see the footage, or will it be dragged out, breadcrumbs, and then we'll see when the 10th anniversary comes about. Be sure to share this video to spread that awareness, and we'll see what happens next. My name's Warlike Raph. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.